welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. We're going to do something a little different today. I want you to think of a question, more specifically a decision that you are struggling with. And we are going to ask the cards, what happens if you follow through with this decision? We have the Six of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. Okay. So I'm seeing that if you go through with this decision, you're going to be met with a lot of victories, but you want to make sure that you're celebrating your wins and not falling into any kind of egotistical or negative behavior that you may have fallen prey to in the past. And I'm seeing that if you choose to make this decision, it's going to step you into a new chapter. It's going to give you a new beginning, but it's going to require a little bit of a leap of faith on your part. And I'm seeing with the Knight of Pentacles that you'll be working towards long-term stability. You'll be working towards the things that you want long-term. But it may also be a little bit of a slow moving energy because the Knight of Pentacles of all the knights is the slowest out of the group, but it's the most sustainable and the most consistent. And I'm seeing that as long as this decision is in line with your 10 of Pentacles energy, which is happiness and fulfillment and abundance in all areas of your life, then this will be a positive experience for you. It's going to bring new opportunities and new successes. Now let's find out what happens if you don't make the decision. We have the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Devil. Interesting. And the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. If you choose not to follow through with this decision, you may not be stepping into one of your most authentic truths. Or there may be some truth about the situation that has yet to reveal itself. There are illusions at play. There is some deception at play. There could be the possibility of overgiving or having to lead someone. There could be a relationship that is out of balance. There could be past traumas or baggage influencing your decision making. And there could be a sort of like looking at things from a perspective of you have rose-tinted glasses and you're in denial about certain truths in the situation. This could have to do with the person you're making the decision about. This could have to do with you. Or this could have to do with the fact that you are, if your gut is telling you that it's the right decision to move forward and you're choosing not to, you're then choosing to allow your fear and things to rule your decisions, which is actually going to put you in a step back, and it's going to have you kind of repeating cycles from the past. Now let's find out what's preventing you from making this decision. Interesting. We have the High Priestess. We have the Three of Swords. The 1111 card. And we have Justice on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So this could be a number of things. Oops. This could be a lack of trust in yourself and in your inner voice and your intuition, not knowing the difference between your intuition and, say, your inner saboteur or fantasy or your rationalization. That came out weird. Anyway, moving on. It could also have to do with disappointments from your past, heartbreak, deception, disappointment in general, disappointment in a relationship, disappointment in yourself. Could be regret, could be fear of being hurt again, or could be walls that you've built around yourself to protect yourself. Could also be a fear of being on the right path and feeling like you don't deserve happiness. Could have to do with self-worth and thinking that your self-worth is lower than it is, or that you are punishing yourself or self-sabotaging yourself because you feel unworthy in some way, or you're afraid to step into a more positive situation because you haven't experienced a more positive situation. Or you could be trapped by negative mindsets that are preventing you from aligning to your highest good. But I'm seeing with the Justice card that even if you make the wrong decision in this situation, justice will be served. And what I mean by that is that you have to remember that karma is a cause and effect. Karma is not out to punish you. That is not, by definition, what karma actually is. That's a common misconception. Karma is meant to teach you lessons. Karma comes as a cause, comes from as an effect from a decision or decisions that you have made. So even if you were to make the wrong decision in this situation, karma is going to come in and try to teach you that lesson so that you can realign to a higher place and a higher level of existence and understanding and spirituality and awakening. And so I'm hearing there's a lot of anxiety over this situation. There's a bit of worry, I guess, over choosing the right path. But you have to remember that your spiritual journey is not a maze, it's a labyrinth. And the difference between a maze and a labyrinth is that a labyrinth has no wrong turns. A labyrinth will eventually, no matter which direction you go in, lead you to the center, whereas a maze has wrong turns and dead ends. In a labyrinth, you can go around one particular area more times than maybe you wanted to, but you're still going to be learning the lesson eventually and bringing you to a more aligned place. You're being asked right now to listen to your intuition. And your intuition is not always going to be comfortable because oftentimes you can't rationalize your intuition. Your intuition is sort of an instinct and a gut feeling that helps you make decisions. When you are in a fantasy mode, it will never make you feel uncomfortable because fantasy often gives us the best, most perfect aspect of things, and we know that life isn't perfect. And so if you don't feel remotely uncomfortable about anything, ever, then oftentimes you may have blindfolds on and be looking at things from rose-tinted glasses. Whereas your intuition wants you to grow and wants you to expand. And so it's going to push you into areas that you've never been before. It's going to ask you to make decisions based on a feeling that maybe isn't entirely rational. And it's a very fine line and a distinction, because when we talk about your intuition and that feeling, feelings can be deceptive and are not facts. We've talked about this before. But when you feel a gut feeling from your intuition, it's more of a knowing. It's a knowing that you can't really explain. And it's just like you know the answer, you know what it is, even if it doesn't make sense rationally. That's the difference between your intuition, fantasy, and maybe your just general emotions. Part of this situation may be to teach you how to get better in touch and distinguish that voice. And part of learning how to distinguish that voice is often spending time alone, making decisions, making mistakes. You have to remember that you need to give yourself grace when you do make mistakes, because as long as you are learning a lesson from those mistakes, they weren't really a mistake, if that makes sense. The universe is prompting you to release some of these fears over making decisions. Release some of these rationalizations. And Thatchy's eating his food, which is my cue to end this video. Otherwise, you're going to hear him crunching and munching the whole time. But anyway, that was largely the message anyway. So if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like this video. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am learning to get in tune with my higher voice and distinguish my intuition from other things. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.